Welcome back to the Swim World podcast, Swim and Tell. I'm Sophia Knapp, UVI swimmer and your host. Today we have an exciting guest, world record holder and one of the most exciting swimmers to watch, Caspar Corbeau.
Hi guys, thank you for having me here. I'm Casper, and today I'll be answering some questions about me and how things are going.
We are so excited to have Casper today. He is an Olympic medalist representing the Netherlands, a World Championship silver medalist, and a European champion, showcasing his dominance on every stage. On top of that, he's the current record holder in the 200-meter breaststroke, breaking barriers and making history in the pool. Swim and Tell is brought to you by Deboer, styled by science, engineered for the water. Faster with Deboer. Hit the QR code for more. Well, to get us started off, Casper, we have to start with that insane swim in the third World Cup stop in Toronto. You'd already taken wins in Caramel and Westmont going 201s. People were expecting you to challenge the previous Dutch record of 201.43, but you went well beyond that and you didn't just break the national record, you broke the world record, shattering the 2-minute barrier with a 1:59.52, becoming the first man ever under 2 minutes. Walk me through that moment. What was going through your head when you finished the race?
Um, a lot of emotions, of course. I don't really know what to say exactly, but I think the biggest feeling was relief. You know, uh, Seeing all these world records that had happened before me gave me a bit of motivation and I guess eagerness to just give it my all and put everything out on the line. The first emotion was probably disbelief. I kind of put my hands up, if you can see in the video back, thinking like, what the heck? And the next feeling was probably just pure joy and, happiness. And I had some of my good Indiana friends on the side of the pool deck, and I kind of pointed to someone and said some words that I probably can't say live on the podcast. But yeah, I pointed at them and was all hyped up and super excited about what I had just done. And I think still the emotion hasn't really set in, but I'm just taking it day by day.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. What were you thinking during the race? Did you know you were right on the line or?
At the 100, I kind of had no idea where I was, but I think around the 125, 150 meter mark, I heard the crowd cheering, and I thought, okay, something's going right here. I think I'm doing pretty well. And I tempoed up. I remember the last 50 because I heard the crowd and they got me energized, and I kind of just put it all on the line there. So hearing them support me and support the other athletes in the race was pretty special.
Yeah, it looked like an electric environment to be a part of. It looked like an amazing race.
It was awesome. Thank you so much.
Leading up to the race, like throughout the weekend, did you know like something big was coming or like were you nervous? How are you feeling?
In regards to nerves, not really. I used to get really nervous before races a few years ago when I had still been swimming at Texas, but I try to take a step back from the sport and kind of just be grateful for what I do have and be grateful that I get to do something I love. And that mindset change allowed me to just not feel too much pressure and too many nerves before the races and rather just focus on enjoying every moment. But after the 100 breast at the last stop in Toronto, I had a good time. I dropped 7/10 of a second or something, and my coach had said, if you can do that, why can't you go under 2 minutes? I was like, you raised a good point. I didn't know if that was exactly possible at the time, but I just try to keep an open mind and focus on what I can control and do my best.
Yeah, that's awesome. It was a phenomenal race. You had amazing races across the board at the World Cup meet. So awesome.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
So, what does one do after you break in like a world record? Like, what do you do? Do you go get ice cream or like how do you celebrate?
I celebrated with doping control, of course, afterwards, as you should.
Yep.
No, but I that night I just had a nice pizza and a few drinks with my physio. My coach unfortunately wasn't there at the time. He had some personal things to deal with. But I remember immediately after the race, I just gave everyone really close to me, a lot of good friends, just hugs and tried to share the moment a bit with them because that was really special.
Yeah, that's so sweet. I bet that's definitely like an unforgettable moment.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think seeing everyone really happy for what I've done and also just them knowing that they've always supported me has been that was really, really special to me.
I bet. I bet. You've raced multiple stops on the World Cup. What's something most people don't see about these meets? Do you have any behind the scenes stuff that makes them special?
A lot of people don't see I guess, see the interactions aside from the race. They always see, the prelims and the finals, but a huge part of it is the community. The World Cups are a unique event where they bring a lot of people from all over the world together, to race over a course of 3 weeks. And the swimming world's pretty small, so being able to see a lot of close friends that I met have not even seen for years is honestly one of the best parts. So this year I got to see a lot of my American friends because I grew up there, and having gone to two different D1 universities there, I had made a lot of new friends, and being able to see them and those familiar faces was a huge part of that whole journey.
Yeah, seeing people that you've raced with over your time in swimming at these big meets is definitely one of my favorite things about swimming.
Yeah, for sure, without a doubt.
You have competed all over the world and you're easily one of the most well-traveled swimmers out there. What's been your favorite meet host city so far and why?
That is a really tough question. I really honestly I really, really like Toronto. I've been going to Canada since I was probably 9 or 10 years old for competitions because I grew up on the West Coast. Um, but the Canadian fans always bring the energy, and you could easily see that in Toronto at the World Cup. There were so many people in the stands, family, friends, club members, etc., and they were all getting up behind each race, no matter what their loyalty was. So I really, really do like Toronto. But I think you definitely can't count out Budapest because Budapest always shows up as well.
Really, tell me more about Budapest. What makes it special?
I think that the Hungarian fans, they're a huge sporting country. They love swimming. They have a great history with swimming. And generally, for every Europeans or Worlds or World Cup that is held there, the stands are almost full. So that's always a great sign. And having them always pushing you every single race is pretty special.
Yeah, for sure. When the stands are full, it's definitely like an electric vibe and so much more exciting to swim.
Absolutely. They always get you pumped up and ready to go.
Yeah. Jen, are you currently training in Belgium? You're kind of hard to track down.
Yeah, yeah. I travel a lot. You never really know where I am. I'm always traveling or competing or training somewhere else. But yeah, finally I have some stability. I'm living in Antwerp, Belgium, training under my old coach, Mark Faber, who I was training with before Paris. And things are going well. I'm loving it. It's a new city, new country, so things are going great, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah, what is training looking like right now?
A bit of Mark's philosophy is we train through racing. There's no better way to train than to, do the actual race because you learn so much from it. No race is almost ever perfect. So every time you race, you're able to learn something from it and work on something for the next time. So right now we're getting back into training. We just came back from a weekend in Ghent, which is a smaller city about an hour away, and we had the Belgian Championships coming back, having another 10 days of training or so. Good hard work. And then we're going to Slovenia for another competition. And then another few days at home, I think a week or so. And then we go to Lublin, Poland for the European Championships. So it's pretty busy still.
Yeah, that's so exciting. How do you keep up your energy and excitement for racing when the events are back to back to back?
You just got to take it in pieces, obviously for everything in life, looking at a whole perspective can be kind of overwhelming at times, trying to take a step back and seeing everything that you need to do in this one moment. So if you're able to focus on things one at a time and take it step by step, it's really, really helpful. And I personally love racing. So, seeing that I have a few competitions in the coming weeks is not necessarily too overwhelming for me. I just really look forward to it because I get to do what I love every day and see a lot of familiar faces.
Yeah, that's so exciting. Well, best of luck at your upcoming meets.
Thank you
Um,
so much.
how would you say moving around and experiencing different programs has shaped you as an athlete?
That's a good question as well. It really allows you to take in, these experiences that you have at these different programs and kind of figure out and formulate a plan that works best for you. I've had the opportunity to train under some of the best coaches in the world, in my opinion, and a lot of different training facilities and places, and learn a lot of different ways to swim. There's so many different ways to train and to race. So being able to train with some of the best and also work with some of the best, it's pretty valuable information. So um, yeah, I'm super grateful for that, and I'm really happy where I am now. I think what I'm doing is working, so I'm gonna try and keep doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you feel like those different like training environments and coaching styles have helped you adapt better when racing internationally?
Absolutely. I think as you get older and you race more and you have more of that experience, you're able to be a bit more confident in yourself, and it's just a bit of growth. Everyone needs to grow in life, and as you gain a bit more experience, become a bit more confident in yourself. And honestly, I think if you enjoy what you're doing, um, those moments, those peak moments of stress and nervousness and everything are really you don't really feel them that much anymore.
Yeah. Totally understand. You have trained and raced all over the world, and now you're a world record holder. What's the next chapter for you in and out of the pool?
I think as of now, I always take it year by year. If I enjoy what I'm doing, I'm financially stable. Those are two big factors. If those two are in check, then I'll keep swimming. I'd like to go into Los Angeles. I think after Paris, I made a huge step in my career, and I like to try and continue to build on that towards Los Angeles. But then again, I say, if I got to be injury free, I have to enjoy what I'm doing. I got to be financially stable, and if all those things are in check, then I'll keep going. Right now, the next step is obviously European short course, and then Europeans long course in the summer. So there's a bunch of competitions coming up, but I'm just trying to enjoy every moment of it because you can't do what you love forever. So I just got to enjoy it.
Yeah, I love hearing your insight on swimming. This is awesome.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Okay, we're gonna move on to some fun questions. They're nice and light.
All right.
What is your go-to pump up song behind the blocks?
Gosh, that's changed so much over the years because when I used to get a lot more nervous before my races and stressed out and stuff, I would try and just listen to angry music. I like heavy rock and metal music. So if you asked me 5 years ago, I would have probably said something like Slipknot, like a Slipknot song, or a Pantera or Korn, all these heavy metal bands from the 90s. But now, I mean, just whatever, has me in a good mood. It could be some EDM, it could be some classic rock, it could be pop like Katy Perry and something, you never know. It just whatever I'm feeling in the moment and it's keeping me happy. It's more about I say a feeling than a genre or a specific song.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Do you have any pre-race superstitions?
Very superstitions. Um, I don't think I necessarily have any superstition per se. But I just try and stick to my plan, which is, be at the pool 2 hours before and then start my land training, like my yoga stuff. And then, about an hour before I get in the water, do my warm up, just the usual plan, nothing superstitious like, oh, I have to eat a certain food or I have to wear my certain socks or something like that. I kind of just go with the flow and make sure everything's going the way it should be.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think your funniest swim memory is? Like, what comes to mind?
Funniest swim memory. Oh my gosh. I have so many funny memories that I have every single day, with the
That's
team. I
good.
think just laughing and yeah, yeah, being with the team, enjoying the moment every single day, trying to get the most out of practice in terms of your mental health and also just working hard is very special. But I think probably seeing my coach's face after the world record, that was actually pretty cool. We called and we had made a bet before or that if I went under 201, he would have to do a bodybuilding competition. So seeing that
What?
he was a little bit, everyone was laughing and having a good time, and um, seeing his face of disbelief, but also happiness and joy was pretty special. And that moment I'll remember forever.
Oh, I bet. Oh, so is he doing like a bodybuilding competition now? Is he like signed up?
We're gonna find one. We're gonna find one in a big city in Europe, where there's a lot of professionals there, and he's gonna stand out, and that's it's gonna be the fun part.
That's so funny. I love that. What?
Yeah, I can't wait for it. I think it's gonna be so fun.
That's not real. It's really funny. What first got you into swimming, and when did you realize you could take it to the elite level?
Wow. My parents got me into swimming initially. They always wanted me to be water safe, and like many parents, they have you do a bunch of different sports and kind of try the waters in each and every one of them. And I started with um, baseball, soccer, swimming, basketball, literally everything. But I think when I realized that swimming, I could potentially have a future in swimming was probably, I think 18, 19 once I was in college, because once I got through college, not many people get to go pro. And seeing that I had done some good times long course, I thought, maybe if I want to keep swimming post college, there's an opportunity for that. And maybe I can go to the Olympics. Yeah.
Well, you certainly did, and you are doing
Sorry, scratchy
phenomenal.
throat. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
What is something about you most people wouldn't guess?
Hmm.
That one might be a bit tricky.
That they wouldn't guess. A lot of people think I'm a scary person because I'm tall and I obviously have not an RBF, but a face where people don't think I'm super friendly. But I think if you make the effort to say hi, because most of the time I don't, because I'm a little bit introverted. I'll be very kind, and I'll open up a little bit, and we can talk about how we both like fucking pop music or Katy Perry, whatever it may be. I may seem a bit I don't know, hard to talk to sometimes, but I think that I can open up a little bit, and I'm not so scary as you may think.
Yeah, absolutely. You've mentioned Katy Perry twice now. Are you a big fan?
I think honestly, if you had to name one of the best pop albums ever, that California Girls album, I'm not exactly sure on the name, but came out when I was really young. I still think it's probably one of the best of all time. That or one of like Lady Gaga's albums. Solid music.
I love it. Phenomenal music taste.
Thank you so much.
Last question. What is your advice to a younger swimmer hoping to accomplish big things?
That's a good question. I think over my years in swimming, I haven't done it so long. There's many people who have done it a lot longer. But I think if you try to enjoy what you do in the pool, whether it's the social aspect, whether it's the fact that you get to work hard every day, or you see that progression in the pool, just try to find the light in a dark situation. Because everyone has bad days. I've had days where I don't want to show up to the pool. I don't want to swim. I don't want to do XYZ. Finding the right people, maybe the right music, the right environment to help me see the positive side of things is really important. So finding the enjoyment in times where you may not see it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope our
Yeah.
younger listeners got all that good advice. Definitely something to remember.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
thank you so much, Casper, for joining us today. Congrats on some phenomenal swims in the World Cup stops, and we are so excited to continue to cheer you on as you race at the upcoming meets.
Thank
Bye.
you so much. I really appreciate you having me here, and I hope some younger swimmers have taken something out of this, and I can be a positive influence on their swimming career.
All right, thank you. Bye.